Hello friends, I'm Robin and welcome to my channel. I am so thankful that you're here today. I'm hosting Thanksgiving in my home this year. I need to get some planning done, some cleaning, and some decorating before Thanksgiving gets here. And in today's video, I'm going to bring you along with me while I get it all done. I'm also really excited to try out a new frother sent to me by Maestry House. So get you a cup of coffee, put your feet up, and let's get going. Alright, now that I've lit a candle to kind of set the mood this morning, I'm going to open up the kitchen window. It is a really cool Texas morning. It is just beautiful today. The wind's blowing just a little bit. You can't see it much, but it's really nice today. And then I'm going to stop and make me a cup of coffee. Okay, now here's just the handheld frother that I normally use. The brand is called Bonsing Kitchen. My daughter got it for me off of Amazon, and I'll link it below if I can find the link, but it works just fine too. But I've never had a real electric frother. So when Maestry House reached out to me to try one of their frothers, I was like, this is just perfect for me. I'm a huge coffee fan. I know a lot of my friends out there love a cup of coffee just as much as I do. And friends, let me just say this. If you've never frothed your creamer and put it into your coffee, you're missing out. It just somehow changes the taste of your coffee. It makes it just feel like you've picked it up from Starbucks. It does to me. It just makes such a difference in the taste of your coffee. So if you've never tried a frother, maybe start with the little hand frother I just showed you, and then maybe you can move up to this one. But it is so worth taking just a few seconds and frothing your creamer for your coffee. And guys, if you've noticed, I usually don't set out a lot of appliances on my countertops. However, I love the look of this frother so much that it's definitely going to be sitting out on my countertop, and it will be a staple most likely right beside my coffee pot. Okay, I'm going to take a second and get it washed real quickly, and then let's see how easy it is to work this Maestry House detachable frother. And I know a lot of you have been so waiting for my Christmas videos, and I promise they're coming. I just kind of had to get through Thanksgiving since I'm hosting Thanksgiving again this year, and I truly love Thanksgiving. It is just one of my favorite holiday seasons. Christmas is always fun too, but there's just something about Thanksgiving. I have it at my house now, and I make everybody before we eat, like get in a big circle and hold hands and say what they're thankful for, and it just kills my children. However, it just fills my heart with such joy. And when I have all of my family under my roof, there is just nothing like it. And this year we're going to have an extra grandbaby. Hopefully I'll have my 5th grandbaby, a little girl, and so we'll have extra special memories this year for Thanksgiving. So let me get through this, guys, and I promise my Christmas decorating videos are on the way. I'm using a pumpkin spice flavored creamer today, but you could also use half and half or regular milk. I really love the way that you can change the temperature of the foam. So if you're making a hot beverage, then you can make your foam extra hot, or you can lower the temperature in case you're doing maybe an iced coffee. I do love that. And today I'm going to set it on 140 degrees. I set my froth level to medium. However, you could also do a low or a high. There's 3 different settings depending on how you like your froth. And of course, I did mine backwards. I did not put the little frothing tool in there before I poured my cream in there. It didn't really matter, but it's kind of magnetic. And so when you sit it in there, it just kind of clings to the bottom of it. It has a little magnet on it. So let's get this puppy started and see how easy it is. I do love it that it will automatically froth itself. It will automatically cut off itself. So it'll just go and go and go, and then when it's ready, it just stops. So you don't have to watch it, pay attention to it. It stops on its own, so I really love that. And another great feature that I'm really going to enjoy is that it automatically cuts itself off after a certain period of time. I don't have the best memory here lately, so that feature is really going to be helpful to me. So when I leave for work each morning, it'll be one less thing I've got to worry about if I cut it off or not. Okay, so now just a sneak peek of the froth, and like I said, I just did mine on medium, but it is absolutely perfect. I talk a lot on my channel about finding small things that bring you joy, and this Mace Tree House detachable frother is definitely going to bring me some joy. Okay guys, I'll have the link and a discount code down in my description box. Okay friends, now that my coffee is made, how quick was that, and what great foam that it made. Now I like stirring in my foam into my coffee. Some people like leave it on top. I like to kind of stir it in. So how about you? How do you like yours? Let me know in the comment section how you like your froth. Okay, let's get this straight and then let's get to the fun stuff, decorating. And again, thank you so much Mace Tree House for sponsoring this portion of my video. Okay, now that our coffee's made, our coffee is drank, let's get to working in the house. Now, I didn't add a lot of Halloween stuff to the house this year. Since the kids have been grown and out of the house, I don't really decorate the house for Halloween too much. I do a lot more outside than I do inside, and I really just added Halloween decor to this hutch and over at my coffee bar area. Now we're not going to mess with my coffee bar today. That'll be a totally different video, but today we are going to start by just getting all of the Halloween stuff off of the hutch and over where my little accordion pegboard is. Okay, so you'll see me kind of just rearrange. I'll take off the Halloween, and I still want to keep it kind of simple. So I'll take it off, get it dusted down, and then I'll put some decor, some of the same decor back on here. The only thing I won't do is that third shelf there. I need to put some of my serving platters out there. That's where I'll try to have the food out, or the desserts. If you have been following me for some time, I used to have a really big buffet here that did not have a top to it, and that's where I would always put my desserts for Thanksgiving, would be on that buffet. So this will be my first year to have this new buffet at Thanksgiving, so not as many desserts will go on this bottom shelf here as it did on my other buffet, so I'll have to play around with that just a little bit. So okay, so I'm just going to take my little hand duster, get this dusted down. I don't know about you guys, but when I have areas that have a lot of decor on it, I tend to not dust those as well as I should. I am pretty lazy when it comes to dusting because that is not one of my favorite chores. But I have found if I'll just keep some of these little hand dusters here and just quickly touch up some areas, then when I do go to what I call like a deep clean dust, is when you take everything off the shelves and kind of polish your furniture. That takes so much longer, but it doesn't take as long when you've kind of touched it up some and dusted some with your little hand duster. So normally I'm just taking that little pad that goes on that wand and just using that pad, because usually that wand keeps coming on and off, which drives me crazy. But today it did really good, and that little duster stayed on the wand today, so I kept it all together. But a lot of the times I'll just take off that, I won't even use that wand and just use the duster pad. And here I'm just going to take out a couple of my white pieces that I'll use for right here on the little dessert section. It's just one platter, a little cake stand, and then one of my gravy boats. And I'll wash these before Thanksgiving, but I just kind of want to set those out and just kind of see what all is going to fit here. In a second, I'll show you a Pioneer Woman new baking dish that I picked up, and another pretty tray that's going to also go here with these white serving trays to give it a little color here on the hutch. This little area right here is just one of my little favorite areas in the kitchen to decorate. It just makes me so happy. I am going to, my friend Susie suggested that I take that stool and use that oven off cleaner hack that you can do and get that down to the natural wood. So I am going to be doing that for Christmas time, so be looking for that in a video. But as I'm kind of rearranging here real quickly, let's talk about Thanksgiving. So do you host Thanksgiving at your home, or do you go over to someone else's house, or do you just kind of, you're home alone and you're just going to fix a little, maybe a bowl of cereal for Thanksgiving? Not everybody fully celebrates Thanksgiving. I totally understand that, and we all have our way of giving thanks. But let's see, about 9 years ago, if that, my mother-in-law decided that we would start cooking at my house like the day before Thanksgiving and get everything kind of done, everything put together, and It was such fun. It was such a tradition, and I so enjoyed it. We'd get things together, and then I would set an alarm for like 4 a.m. in the morning, get up, put the turkey in the oven, and then she'd come back over the next morning, and then we would get everything warmed up and everything ready. So I have the best memories of my mother-in-law, and we lost her a few years back suddenly, and we miss her greatly. I also cherish the fact that she taught me how to make dressing, and so I finally got it mastered after a couple of years of trial and error. The second year I think I did Thanksgiving, I forgot to put the hen, which is the meat of your dressing. I forgot to cook the hen and put it in there. And the funny part is, nobody could tell the difference. We all ate it, enjoyed it, and it was only the next day when I went to get into the freezer, I'm like, oh my gosh, my hen is still in the freezer. So that's a memory that we all remember. But thanks to my mother-in-law, I can pretty much make a pretty good dressing now. Okay, now that I got everything kind of wrapped up and get it in this little tub, it is such a good feeling to get all the Halloween stuff down. I am going to take a second and I'm going to move the dining room table and start cleaning this rug under the table. It's not quite a year old, I don't believe. I got it from Walmart, and before I got that rug under that table, I've never actually had a rug underneath my dining room table, and we've lived here for almost 30 years. So adding a rug to my dining room there made such a difference. And it kind of broke up the two rooms because, as you can see, my house is kind of an open concept, and if I had known how much of a difference that rug would make, I would have gotten a long time ago. Of course, rugs are so expensive. I've been looking for one for my for my living room for some time now. Found one or two. They are so expensive, so I'm probably going to wait till the first of the year. Maybe Santa will bring me one, but I'm going to wait till the first of the year to get a new rug for the living room. But that's coming soon. But like I said, this rug has not been cleaned since I bought this rug. And even though the table covers up a pretty good bit of it, around the edges of it gets kind of dirty with people walking in the front door. So you'll see here in a second when I go to clean this rug, you can see some of the dirt coming up. But it doesn't show dirt really well, at all. It doesn't hardly show dirt at all, is what I was trying to say. Even though it's a really light color, it cleans up really well. I do try to keep it like spot cleaned so it doesn't get out of hand, since it is right here by the front door when you walk in. So I'm going to take a second, get it vacuumed really well. This Shark vacuum has like a super power on it, a super suction power. So what I'll do is I'll use that super suction power, say that 3 times, and to get this rug good and vacuumed. And I like to do it like in all directions. So I'll go every direction on the rug, left, right, center, however you want to say that, north, south, east, west, to really get this rug good and clean. Matter of fact, usually when I'm cleaning an area, I will let the little canister fill up, go pour it out, and then do it again to get all the dirt out of it. But this rug, it really wasn't that dirty, so I didn't even get a full canister when I was vacuuming. But I did take the time to vacuum it really well, because I feel like if you're going to clean your carpets, you might as well do a really good vacuuming job, or you're kind of defeating your purpose. Alright, so let's get this carpet cleaner plugged in and let's get to cleaning this rug. Now here's just a little tip for you guys, as I love putting some Downy fabric softener, or I guess any liquid fabric softener. I just usually only buy Downy, will work. And there's just a quick picture of how dirty the edge of that rug was if you saw that. So again, I just put a little bit of that fabric softener inside that water tank. And normally when I'm cleaning my carpets, it'll take me, I don't know, 3 or 4 fill-ups to get the carpets completely cleaned. And then every time I refill that tank, I'll put a little bit more Downy in there. But now be careful when you go to put your liquid in there. Don't do very much. I mean, if you notice, I just barely put any in there, because I do believe it will probably eventually stop up that tank, the little cord that goes from the tank to the water tank to the empty dirty tank. So be careful, don't put very much in there. And it's probably even best every now and then just to run some clear water through it, and don't always do Downy. But if you haven't tried this trick before, guys, it makes such a difference. Even Derek, when he came home that afternoon, was like, what is that smell? The house smells extra good. And we all know there's nothing better than when someone walks in your house and compliments you on how well your house smells. Okay, and while I have the carpet cleaner out, I'm going to take a second and clean that little doormat here by the front door, and then clean my 2 pumpkin rugs that I'm about to put up in storage. So I'll clean them real quickly. I'll hang them over a chair to dry, and then once they're dry, I'll pack away these pumpkin rugs for next year. And then I've got some new rugs to show you guys that I just love. Alright, now while my rug is drying, let me show you real quickly a new serving dish that I picked up for Thanksgiving. Of course, I'll be using this year-round, but I really wanted to use it at Thanksgiving. It is just beautiful. If you know me, you know that I love the Pioneer Woman line. I keep my house pretty simple, but when it comes to my kitchen and dining room, I love to add some color, and I love adding some Pioneer Woman pieces to my kitchen. And this baking dish is going to be a perfect addition to my servingware at Thanksgiving. Alright, now let me show you some pieces that I picked up from Home Goods for my Thanksgiving table. If you saw my Home Goods Shop With Me, Christmas Shop With Me video a few weeks back, if not, I'll link it below. I was on my way back from a work conference and was able to stop at a Home Goods and film some Christmas for you guys. We don't have a Home Goods in our hometown, and they had all their Thanksgiving stuff out, and oh my goodness, this shabby chic line with this beautiful pastel pumpkins on them just caught my eye, and I absolutely loved it. So I picked up a few pieces from this line. The tablecloth you saw, though, that came from Threshold at Target. That was not from Home Goods. And look at the sweet little acorn banner. I love banners to hang at my coffee bar area and to hang over on my hutch. So I love this one. The little acorns are kind of a woven type fabric, and they are absolutely so super duper cute. I am such a sucker for a tea towel, and these KitchenAid, a set of 2, were absolutely beautiful. I was so impressed with this line, y'all. The colors were just gorgeous. And look at this serving platter. Oh my, I was super happy to find another serving platter for Thanksgiving. I picked up those blue pumpkins at the first of this to match the blue pumpkin that's here in this platter, but because I didn't use this platter on my table, you'll see in a second that I didn't get to use those little blue pumpkins on my Thanksgiving table, but this platter was beautiful. And then I just picked up some disposable napkins to go on my Thanksgiving buffet over there also. Plus, I'm going to use those in the bathroom. I had a few friends mention just to use some disposable napkins during holidays instead of keep putting it out. Instead of me putting out fresh hand towels all day, I'm just going to put out those disposable napkins. And look at these precious little pumpkin napkin ring holders. They are absolutely, I just love them. I'm going to say absolutely gorgeous a bunch in this little clip here, because everything I got I was absolutely in love with. And y'all, I don't know if you saw my fall when I decorated my open shelving, but I've got a bigger plate that matches these little dessert plates, and I was so happy to find these. They were actually on sale. You got 4 for I think $5, so I was super happy to find those. I picked up 8. And then just to go along with the aesthetic of my Thanksgiving table, I picked up this beautiful fabric pumpkin. And then I found this adorable little ceramic pumpkin crock that kind of matched my decor here. So I was very happy to find that. I'll probably put butter in that and just set that on the Thanksgiving table. So this is pretty much all that I picked up, guys. I'm so happy to find this line. And so let's start working and see what we can come up with on the Thanksgiving table. Okay, I'm going to take a second and wipe down this table with a hot rag and some Dawn dishwashing liquid. Now, if I was just going to be using like a table runner, I would have wiped it down really well, and then I would have went back and polished it so it'd be good, nice and shiny. But for today's purposes, since I'm going to be using a tablecloth on the table, I'm just going to use a wet rag and get it kind of cleaned off. And then we'll use our tablecloth that we picked up from the Threshold line at Target. Now, let me say real quickly, my tablecloth and my napkins, I think that's all cloth-wise here. For today's purposes, I just wanted to leave those in the original package so I could show you guys what everything looked like. And so nothing's clean. So what I will do is I'll take everything off the table, and I will wash the tablecloth, and I'll wash all the napkins before Thanksgiving. And I also most likely have to iron this tablecloth because, as you can see here, it is full of wrinkles. But hopefully when I wash it and dry it, it won't be real wrinkly when it comes out of the dryer, because if that's one thing I do not like to do, that is ironing. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that I will wash that stuff. I'm just not doing it on today's video. So this was something I picked up a while back when it first came out at Target, and I just loved the pattern on this tablecloth. I was so happy to find it. So you can imagine when I went to Home Goods and saw they had kind of some matching decor to match it, I was very, very happy. It's pretty busy though, but I absolutely love it. Now, this is something new that I picked up on Amazon. I knew I wanted something kind of flat, something that I didn't want anything with lots of height here. I wanted to kind of keep it low so that we could sit here and visit. And so I saw this on Amazon and thought, okay, this would be something perfect that I could just kind of add some decor to, add my salt and pepper shakers, add my little butter container, and kind of keep it all organized here in the center of the table. I could also see this being used as a charcuterie board. Courtney and I have been doing a couple of those, and those are such fun. So at Christmas time, I think I might use that. I've seen a couple of videos where they do like some dessert charcuterie boards. That will be super fun for Christmas for the grandkids. So hopefully I'll get a little bit more use out of this. I'm calling this a cutting board. I'm not real sure what it was called when I ordered it. I don't have it here in front of me. And actually this could be a charcuterie board. I just didn't pay attention when I ordered it, but it is absolutely beautiful. It's actually really heavy also, and I'll link it down below in my description box. Okay, so now let's start getting all of our pieces together and see what I could come up with here. When I start decorating something, guys, I just kind of put it out there, take away, add to it, take away, add to it, till I get it just right. So bear with me. I'm kind of showing you the whole process of what I'm going to do today. And at the end, I just love it. Okay, so here's where I tried to use my blue pumpkins, and they just didn't look right to me. I think because my tablecloth is so busy, I think if my tablecloth was maybe a solid color, I might could pull those blue pumpkins off, but that just kind of clashed to me. So I'm going to grab a couple of those extra ring holders that I had and see if I can put these here and see if I can pull those off, because that would be really cute with the napkin holders on the napkins. And then I'm going to try these little green wicker looking pumpkins here, and still didn't really like that look. So I'll move those little wicker pumpkins up and put it beside the picture. I thought that little area needed a little bit more anyway, so I think those look really good there. And then I'll add back the napkin holder rings and let them kind of sit there. Sometimes I decorate an area, kind of look at it for a little bit. Sometimes I go back and change it. Sometimes I don't. In this situation, I'm going to go back and change it one more time. I'm going to take those away and add some salt and pepper shakers, the little acorns that I had over on my buffet. I'm going to bring those over here. I need salt and pepper shakers anyway here, so I think this is going to be my final look. And just to kind of complete this look, I'm going to add this wooden tassel that says bless this food before us. I think it adds a nice little cozy touch here, and I believe, guys, this will be my final look. Sometimes you just have to rearrange and rearrange until you get it just the way you want it. And wait a minute, but in just a second, I'll change it up one more time. Now, guys, when I'm editing this video, I'm thinking something's missing here. I'm going to put out my white dishes, which I've had these white plates for such a long time. But I'm going to put these out, and I'm thinking, what am I missing? Then I'm like, oh my goodness, I forgot to put out my wicker chargers that go underneath those white plates. So toward the end of the video, I'll go back and I'll add my chargers under those white plates. Also had, guys, one more thing missing from this Thanksgiving table that I'll show you guys later on in the video. Now let's stop and get our napkin ring holders on our napkins and get those on the table. And as you can see here, I'm not doing much to the napkins today. I'm just kind of folding them over and putting the napkin ring on them. After I get them washed and clean and get them put back on the table, I'll make them a little bit more fancier by kind of fanning out the top and the bottom. And one thing you're not going to see in today's video, because I normally don't do it, is take your silverware and sit them beside your plates. I normally just take my forks, my knives, and my spoons and just have them stacked up at the end of the table or at the end of the bar. I don't have those sitting out by each plate. Alright, now let's set out my glasses. I think these are called goblets. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but these are just my favorite glasses. I only use them on special occasions. I don't use them every day. My mother-in-law gave these to me. We no longer have her with us, so I just cherish them. Okay, and here I go again, guys, changing out my table. The more I looked at those stems that I had in that little picture there, the more I did not like them. So I'm going to change them out real quickly and see if I might like these better. And here's the section in my video where I tell you where I forgot one more thing on my Thanksgiving table. And you'll see those in just a second. If you watch Tiffany with Charlotte Grove Farmhouse, she's one of my favorite YouTubers. And her Thanksgiving video, she got these gorgeous little juice, I call them juice glasses, from Walmart, and they are so pretty. They're like a light brown glass. So I ordered some of those. They came in, and so here in a little bit we're going to stop, and I'll get, when I put my chargers on the table, I'll also show you those beautiful juice glasses. Okay, so I'm going to stop and put out this really cute, fun banner, and then we will put a new pillow at the end of the bar and my bar stool, and then we'll get out my new kitchen rugs. Kitchen rugs are something that I kind of have a little addiction to, and if you know me well, you know me that tea towels and a floral print are other addictions that I have, and I try to minimize that by telling myself that I could have a worse addiction, right? That it's not too bad if that's what I'm collecting, is kitchen rugs, floral prints, and tea towels. I would so love to hear from you guys in the comment section what your number one addiction is, what you just love to collect in your home. And for one more sweet touch here in the kitchen, I'm going to add this table runner that I picked up from Target. Now this will also be something that I'll wash before Thanksgiving. I just totally forgot about this table runner, but I thought it would be really cute, kind of lined here up on the bar. My cake stand won't be there during Thanksgiving, but that will be kind of where I'll line up in the middle of the bar my food. So I thought this table runner would look really good here. And of course, I just love the pumpkin pattern that's on this. Alright, now here's where I would normally say I'm going to light some candles and show you guys some after shots and show you the after look of my Thanksgiving table. However, I really wanted you guys to see my new glasses and just to kind of see how the final look is with my wicker chargers underneath my white plates. So I'm going to stop real fast, add some inserts of adding that to my table, and then I'll show you my final look. Alright, so I'm just real quickly going to show a clip of me unboxing my new drinking glasses from Walmart. They're from the Better Homes and Garden line. I just love the brown look of them. They are just beautiful, and I think they're going to add a really nice touch here to my Thanksgiving table. And here are the wicker chargers that I'm going to be using. These came from Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago. They're just plain. I think I maybe have like 8 of them. I absolutely love them. So let's get these put out real fast, and then I'll show you kind of the difference in the table, the way it looked before I had the chargers, and then the way it looked after the chargers. I think it made a huge difference. Okay, and of course, I'm filming the next day. I'm in different clothes. This is the next morning. And yes, it was very difficult taking everything off and getting it back on to add my new glasses and my new chargers. But I didn't mind at all because I really wanted you guys to see the full and complete look of what my Thanksgiving table is going to look like on Thanksgiving. Alright, so here's a look back of me putting out my white plates so that y'all can remember what the table looks like with just the white plates and without the chargers. Then I'm going to show you what it looks like with the chargers. I think it makes such a difference. What do you guys think? I think it looks so much better. Okay, so I didn't want to show you guys me resetting this table again, so I just put everything out off camera, and then now I'm just going to show putting out my new juice glasses. I think that brown added touch looks so good here. I just think it just kind of completes the area more. I believe the wicker chargers give it more of a softer touch and warms up the area, and I just think it turned out super duper. So let me know in the comment sections if you thought it was worth me going back and adding my glasses and adding my chargers and showing you guys my finished and complete look. I am very happy with it. Okay friends, I'm finally through with my Thanksgiving table. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end. That helps me greatly. If you happen to be new today, I would love it if you would take a second, leave me a comment in the comment section before you leave, maybe your name, where you're from. I'd love to hear from you. And go ahead and follow me over on Instagram. You can find me at Robin Lane Lowe. That's a really great way for us to get to know each other. And if you're one of my wonderful returning subscribers, one of my wonderful returning friends, thanks so much for coming back and being so loyal. Okay guys, I hope you got some type of Thanksgiving inspiration today, some type of ideas for your Thanksgiving tablescape. If you host Thanksgiving in your house, if you're going to host Thanksgiving in your house this year, let me know in the comment section. Okay friends, I'll see you next week. It's going to be a Christmas video. Bye.